So I'm sitting here and I get a message from the towers. It's one of the Saudi guys. These are very, very old money. These are oil people. Now, already, I kind of have a small tit with Saudi because they like to destroy everything in terms of history and just build new. But because people changed places now, this is part of C3's history. I don't know if I'm speaking to Sam in Dubai with his hookers or I'm speaking to actual Saudi. But we already did the Saudi courts a long time ago. Now, I'm here in Canada and, they're in Riyadh somewhere. So I'm gonna talk to them again. Brother, you have to look at it from my perspective. You are want to capitalize on this. I do get that. But there's a historical context to it. And I am trying to better the globe. And I'm the authentic. And I'm also the owner. So if, let's say, China comes in, or India comes in, or Pakistan comes in and says, nope, women can't have anything, it doesn't work like that because our country is different. So if the noble gave me a whole bunch of copyright, there's a reason. You can't do my work because unless you know history, you can't do it. Unless you know where the sources are from my work, you can't do it. So here's a counsel to you, because we're opening up the courts again. As you make these very harsh decisions, no different than Saudi laws, where they chop off hands and legs and all of that. Before you make a decision like that, understand in the last 16 or 20 years that I'm sitting here in Markham writing quietly, or I'm living at UFT, as I sit here quietly working, the whole planet is making money, except for the real generator. In our country, it's not looked upon in a good way. If you want to capitalize with me, then just invest in the corporate. Don't you want to see the real version, Saudi, before I die? And I already died. So this story has to do, with events that went on in one person's life since the age of 10. It's a true story, and it doesn't impact Islam or anything like that. It might even make it stronger because I was born to that faith. So as we reopen the courts now, because Sharia law is linked to the oldest of Judaisms as well, because this is before, and you want to destroy history or you want to manipulate, it doesn't make sense because Saudis are very, very kosher. So if you come here and steal my bread now, something's wrong with you. So maybe you're not Saudi. And that's where Ali comes in, and that's what makes the story so scary. As for the Osama story, that's another one that's really scary. Because your Osama, my story, and Grenada might be all one big triangle. In the real version, I'm just narrating. But if you look at the name Osama bin Laden, it's actually a woman's name. And it has a major history. So let's say I'm wrong in the story. 9/11 still doesn't make sense because you invaded Iraq even though Osama was Saudi. It doesn't make sense. I know why, and you know why. So in saying that, let it go and let me finish. And if you did make money off me, kosherize it so that I can finish. Me helping Olive comes second. And you will like it because it's a true story. Whether you don't like it has to do with God. Because I protect Muslim women. Olive didn't. in the real version of the story, another entry.